Welcome, everyone, to a very special podcast episode. I'm here with my partner, Sean Cohen, the author of Dopamine Revolution and the Dopamine Revolution podcast. But Sean and I have recently created a project together called Addiction Rescue. And this project is all about eliminating and reducing cravings, addictive cravings for things like nicotine, alcohol, drugs, even food cravings, or even social media addiction. It's a neuroscience-backed project that Sean and I put together that really gives you everything that you need. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about addiction today. But I just want to welcome Sean to the podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this and working on myself and modeling the behaviors and the practices that we want other people to engage and carve out our better selves, especially during the holiday season. This is just going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. So we all know that addictive cravings, skyrocket during the holidays. It is a stressful time for so many people out there. And the fact is if you can't get a control over your cravings, then you're kind of run by those things. And addiction can be so many different forms for so many different people. But if you're looking for a neuroscience-backed approach, then that's what we offer because that was what freed me in my addictions is was realizing, holy cow, this really was not my fault. There was just a neurochemical and a dopamine issue. I had low dopamine, so I was looking for anything that would spike that. But what goes up must come down. And so Sean is a dopamine expert, and we put together really practical tips. And I'm not selling here, I'm just talking about this program because it is very powerful. I mean, if it's not right for you, no worries. But Sean, what do you think keeps people addicted so much? What do you think's going on there,
You
especially
know what?
in 25?
From what?
Especially in 2025, like
Yeah.
why is addiction so crazy these days?
Yeah. It's funny because you told that story and I've got a similar story, but it is different in what made me carve out my way and my healthy habits is I was learning about excuse me, about toxins in foods that were dampening I didn't know it was my dopamine, but it was dampening my dopamine and crushing my energy and my focus and my drive. And as I'd figure out one thing at a time, I'd isolate and filter that out, like canola oil. I'm like, I'm going to get off canola oil, or American gluten. It's loaded with chemicals. I'm going to get off that. And I would feel better incrementally. And this was like in 2008. This is I've been dialing back, and I've been moving forward with this year after year, just carving and carving, right? Well, now it's just got progressively worse because the big corporations can just put anything they want in food, basically. They've just been able to go hog wild. And so we're just getting the worst of the processed food world. And then that's mixing with the addiction world that is catapulting by like vaping. People are starting at like 14 years old vaping. It's like middle school, It used to be cigarettes are kind of that dirty habit. And there wasn't that many people though. The vaping's gone insane. And then the super energy drinks, and then you've got microwave food and GMOs are more prominent. You've got all these toxins and excitotoxins like addictive foods. And it's just gotten worse and worse. So my thing is that I do a New Year's resolution every year. And not everyone does. It's no big deal, but I do one every year. But I don't start until after New Year's Eve. The next day, New Year's Day, I go for a drive. I veg out. I like to see the sunshine or whatever. And I like to meditate and just appreciate things, right? But I've kind of done a bunch of damage to myself because I'm kind of just partying on crazy food and alcohol and whatever the 6 weeks leading up, Thanksgiving, you got Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating, and then New Year's Eve and everything in between, all the family gatherings and everything that you do, social parties, all that, office parties, and everybody's pushing sugar. It's just everywhere. And it's a drug. Sugar's a drug, and it's so addictive. So yeah, that's what I'm so happy that we created this program for people. It's addictions of all kinds, like you said. It's not, you think of the word addiction, you think of hard drugs. That's kind of what comes to mind right away. But everybody knows there's so many things, substances and toxic behaviors out there, like you said, that if we can at least cut back, even if you don't totally quit them, if you can cut way back and minimize them, you feel so much better, and you can just do so much more with your life.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we created this course, was because really when you think about dopamine, addiction it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate. You could be vaping, you could have a porn addiction. It doesn't discriminate, because when you look at it from a neurochemical level, it frees you. I promise, and that's what we talk about in this course, is when you get a hold and you're able to rewire your brain and produce more dopamine naturally, everything changes for you. So I just wanted to shift real quickly. So we were going to talk about 5 powerful reasons to begin now. Sean already talked about one. So we talked about the temptations of this time of year. So you might as well get on top of it instead of going into the end of the year on a losing streak. So when it comes, we'll talk about the next thing, which is I'll wait till next year. And Sean says, don't do that, because that's the cycle that keeps everybody stuck. We want it. We're fired up at New Year's, but by January 15th, we're like, man, this is hard, and you quit by then. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can be a gradual cycle. So yeah, like it's so funny. People will go to the gym, and believe me, I'm one of them at times. And they're like, okay, all fired up and ready. And then by January 19th or some date like that,
Right.
there's a huge drop off.
Yeah, go to the gym on January 2nd. You can't even get in the door. It's like a club.
Yeah. So
That's
get
funny.
ahead of it. Get ahead of it and start to own this next 2026 right now. Start right now. There's no mental button that anybody is telling you. So
yeah, we've got about 40 days till New Year's. And, like you said, if you've ever been to like a motivational seminar or speech, or even just at work where, like especially sales jobs, and they do the motivation thing. And sometimes the speakers are really good and they know what they're talking about. And you get motivated, like you said, for a couple hours or a day, and it kind of wears off. The buzz of it wears off, and you kind of lose the momentum. Well, that's not how life works. You don't do everything in a day and then wait 3 months or a year and do it again. You got to carve at it every day. You're going to have your off days, but you want to carve at it every day. And that's why I think it's really important to start now. We got about 40 days till New Year's, 40 days and nights. If you could come out a New Year's Day and say, wow, I got a great head start on myself, on really growing and thriving. And like you said, addressing the brain chemistry, which really starts in the gut. What do we feed our gut? What are we eating all day? And because that's where most of our dopamine is produced. And then it's cleaned out and processed by the liver and kidneys and sent to the brain for storage and delivery and all that. So we got to take care of our gut first, and then the brain health, because the program we created is a holistic program, and holistic, sometimes it gets misnomers, it gets misread, but holistic just means whole person, mental, physical, social, emotional, everything in the same, in the same aura. It all functions for us in a positive way. We need positive vibrations. We need positive balance, good mental, physical, spiritual balance. And that's what our program does. We've got like 6 hours worth of instructional videos, and we put a lot of time into planning, and we're both educators and writers, and we put a lot into making sure it's practical, digestible, and fun.
Yeah, exactly. And we also included my best-selling book, Brain Rescue, in there, Sean's awesome book, The Dopamine Revolution, and we even created a 21-day PDF, which is like an amazing PDF that you created that is just going to help them get a kickstart to their addiction recovery and learn real quickly how to end these cravings, not now, but for good, because that's the whole point is long term you want to get better, and long term you want to be weighed down by these things that are weighing you down. I mean, but the next point really is like showing up as the best version of yourself, not only for you but for your family, because your family suffers as just as much as you do. I promise you. As somebody who struggled with addiction, pills, alcohol, drugs for many years, my family is right there suffering, may probably been worse than I did. So if you can't do it for yourself yet, then do it for your loved ones, do it for your kids, do it for your daughter, do it for your mom or your dad that are just sick and
Absolutely.
tired of you going down this destructive pathway. It doesn't have
Right.
to be that way.
Yeah, and I'm a very positive person. I take care of myself. I'm 57 years old, and I have gotten the best compliments in the past year or two. I've really, really gone at myself to model and practice and walk the walk. But I've gotten a lot of cool compliments from friends and relatives when we hang out, and they'll say just things about me being positive and energetic, and about my podcast and stuff like that. And man, when you get compliments like that, it's momentum driving. I love it. And that's the best part. So you take this coaching program, if you engage this coaching program, you're going to have a huge head start. I've always kind of been a little jealous. Like if I'm trying to up my ante with my workouts and somebody else talks about, oh, they have a personal trainer. I'm a little bit jealous, because I'm like, I know they're going to make some good progress. They know what they're doing. They're motivational coaching. Make sure you don't get hurt. Make sure you don't have pitfalls and sliding down, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. You got a personal trainer, man. You're out in front. And that's what we did, where it's like coaching. It's like a best friend that knows what they're talking about. I've been researching natural remedies and holistic health for about 17, 18 years. And you got a best-selling book on brain health. Come on, it's right behind you, Brain Rescue. They're going to get that for free. That's awesome.
Yeah, they'll get that for free. And Sean and we created this course just out of passion, just because we get how bad addiction is, how much it costs you every year. I mean, you had this crazy statistic about how much cigarette smoking costs per year. Imagine if you put that to your well-being instead.
Yeah, pack a day is about $1,500 a year, maybe more now. And that's just the cigarettes. You're not talking about teeth whitener or your cleaning your laundry so it doesn't smell like cigarettes, or, if you got to have some tooth work done and you're paying deductibles and copays and, over-the-counter meds for the coughing and the headaches. And, the list goes on. Probably about $5,000 a year if you're an avid smoker.
And then you add on like the health, when you have bad health results from
missed work.
That is really when it gets
missed work, missed leisure time, missed family time, because you elongate sicknesses. That's what nicotine does to the body. It restricts the flow of oxygen and blood, and it makes you stay sick longer when you do get sick. So a lot of substances do that to us because they weaken our immune system. So it's another reason, winter's coming, people get the flu, they get sore throats, headaches, head colds. it's contagious. But if you're taking care of your body, you may feel a few symptoms come on and then you beat them. Because, I always talk about organic food, clean food, whole food, unprocessed, superfoods, which are nutrient dense foods, and then certain supplements. And that's all in the course. We delve into the stuff that we know very well, that we practice. We know all the strengths of it. But the most important thing you said, affordability. When you cut out these bad habits, you save a fortune. And the other side of it is that we made this course so affordable. I've been online for about the past year looking at health courses, and they range from about $700 or $800 on up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Okay. A lot of people don't have that kind of money now, even for their health, even for something super important as their health. It's just hard to divvy that out. We're under $300 with discounts.
Yeah, and we wanted something that the general public could use to facilitate their health, because we wanted it to make it we want everybody to understand how much freedom you get when you change your life, when you rewire your brain. Your entire freaking life changes, dude. I mean, like, I was 195 pounds, pilled out, drugged out, just hopeless and desperate, man. I'm 175 now, but I mean, my entire life has changed from the get-go, and we just truly, authentically want y'all to experience the same thing. And so this was a way that we could build some trust, because I know once you guys get some fantastic results doing this, you're going to want more.
And you put a guarantee on this course.
I did, because I believe in it so much that I don't think if you just scroll through it and you don't feel like you get anything out of it. People have bought so many crappy courses. So that's just my way. I know you're gonna love it, but like, if you're really digesting it and something doesn't click or it doesn't seem like the right fit, I'm willing to give you your money back, because if it doesn't help you, then take your money and go put it somewhere else. But the fact is if you really commit and you apply what Sean and I teach you, man, you're going to be a completely new person by next year. I guarantee it.
Yeah. And when I want something that isn't super expensive and I know it's valuable, I just cut out some of my wasted spending. I quit the gym. I got stuff at home I work out with. It's great. And I run around the block. I jog. And I cut out Starbucks. I used to go there all the time, $2 minimum for a cup of coffee. I buy organic coffee on Amazon. It's like $7 a bag. And I love my coffee. Yeah. And I got organic creamer, because sugar's my crutch with the creamer. Yeah. I got organic, keeping it clean, minimizing it. So, everywhere you can carve, as far as financial, as far as what you put in your gut, all that is affecting your lifestyle. And that's what we're training on, is lifestyle changes, not big drastic ones. It's not some huge diet and all of a sudden you can't eat anything fun or tasty anymore. Or, there's all these drastic, it's like all or nothing. And it never works. I studied that. It doesn't work. You rebound off that and it's worse. You have worse cravings and you fly off the rails. It doesn't work. So
that's why it's all about progress and progression. And when you understand the basic neuroscience, this is no Duke MIT stuff that anybody can understand. It's just how your brain works at a very basic level that we teach you, and what are the roadblocks getting in your way. And once you understand that, you'll be off to the races for sure.
Yeah. You deserve a holiday season you're proud of, and your future self is begging you to start now. Your future self is like, yes, come on, man. Do it.
You need it. You need it. And this also goes out to a lot of my friends who have passed away, man. Some of the most amazing guys I knew. Wonderful personalities. Unfortunately, they just they weren't able to do it. And so that this course was dedicated in their honor.
That's
those
awesome.
guys, and I think about them all the time. Just so hilarious, but they couldn't get rid of that crutch,
Man,
unfortunately.
me too. I've had friends and girlfriends, man. Some of them are gone, some of them are closer to being gone, and it's a long road of bad lifestyle choices, or it's a long road of really good ones. And some people say life's short, but it's really not. I mean, we got minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades.
Mm.
Take care of yourself. I'm 57. I interviewed a guy once, and I'll round this off. I interviewed a guy once. He was 111. His name was Bernardo Lapalo, and he was from Mesa, Arizona. He was 111, Brody, and he had no ailments. The guy looked like he was 80, on zero medications, walking a mile a day. His granddaughter was his secretary. He was writing a book about how he did it. He was doing YouTube videos, making smoothies in his kitchen, eating superfoods, swearing by like dark chocolate, cinnamon, all garlic, all the superfoods, making his own barley soup. Oh, I was like, this guy's 111. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
No medications, bro. He wasn't breaking down, decrepit, senile, hip replacements, joint aches, none of it. I
Wow.
was like, you know what, man? I want to be Bernardo. I don't want to be, senile at 88. I want to be 100 plus. I'm going to be a centurion, dude, and I'm going to have the same mindset. That's my goal right now.
That, man.
We
Yep.
can do it.
We all can be inspired by others, and Sean is such an inspiring guy, and I hope you all give this course a try, or give it to a loved one, somebody that's in desperate need or help. This course has it all. So, was there anything you'd like to end on, Sean?
No, I think everybody's gonna have a great holiday season. Take care of yourself. Be safe.
Hmm.
Don't get injured. Don't get sick. Eat as clean as you can. Be smart. Make good judgment calls, and adopt the holistic way. Adapt and adopt. If you were out in the forest, if you got lost and you had to survive, but you already had some survival skills. If you already knew some key stuff, it'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
It would be. That's what this is. This is like a survival course. It's for longevity, but it's for now also. Start now. Think about today, tomorrow, and tomorrow. Never one without the other. You want to plan, live in the now, enjoy it, but you still want to plan for the future. Not everything goes the way you plan it, but you want to have a plan and then modify and mend and cruise along in the right direction. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to practice what we're talking about. Walk the walk, continue that's the best part of this. We all keep learning.
Exactly. Keep learning, and I put the link down in the description. You can click on it and just get started today. Thank you all, and I hope you have a beautiful holiday season and enjoy your time.